Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, our picks right here from NFL. It's a big one here. Seahawks and Rams, number one seed up here on the line in this one. College football bowl returns, Missouri State and Arkansas State today. Also picks here from the NBA. Well, we're getting back to the NBA huge cards now, right? We've got 12 games here from the NBA. Also cards from a lot of mid-majors today here from college basketball, NHL up on the board as well. So a lot of sports to deal with you guys here on the show. So make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. So let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks. We don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Digging out and trying to get some Rob 8535 today as well, because man, we had weather up here. It decided it was going to dump a whole lot of freezing rain, and then decided to dump 25 centimeters, blowing snow. Yeah, it was pretty ugly yesterday. But hey, other than that, it was a nice little winning day. Positive units after yesterday. We hit it with the Devils late, so nothing to complain on my side. A little sore today from biffing her in that frozen lake of ice. I did like this belly flop thing. It was when you have a couple seconds to think about how you're going to land, yeah, never a good thing. So a little sore today, but hey, I'll survive. Looking forward to today's action. We're kicking off week 16 of the NFL. Coming down to the wire, we've got some teams that can clinch into the playoffs with the wins. We got teams that can be out with some losses. So I'm looking forward to the Saturday on Thursday with the eve of the weekend. So basically the weekend's right around the corner. Looking forward to the slate too. So lots of great action moving forward. We got the Xbox Bowl, if you love that.
That's
that
right.
one as well. That kicks off today as well. The good old Xbox Bowl.
Yeah, the kids like going to that one because you know what they're going to get, right? They're going to get Xboxes.
Everybody loves that. Who doesn't love an Xbox? It's
no,
Christmas.
all the kids, Christmas, you can get their Xboxes. They love going to that bowl game. Alninos, what's going on?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it'd be a good opportunity to get my son off his Xbox, but hey, we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, doing all right. 1-2 day for me yesterday. 1-1 there in the NHL. Dropped my NBA play. Yeah, I was on the Jets, which let me down there late. You know, they got their goalie back, and he did his job, and unfortunately couldn't get any offense going. So hard to win games when you don't score goals. So move on to today and try to do better.
Yeah, I'll do better. I had 1-1 day. I should have had Delaware in there. I was like in that game. Didn't get in there. Took Northern Kentucky instead. They fall. But I did have the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies get it done again yesterday. What about the fall of the Grizzlies? Not Timberwolves, but the Cavaliers yesterday. My goodness, what has happened to that franchise? We thought they would sandbag, but not to this extent. My goodness.
It's getting ugly. Yeah,
it's getting ugly there for Cleveland. The team that was
somebody
hot
would get the memo. We hot out of the gate and sandbagged a little too far now. I think it's like maybe some of those injuries are a little bit for real, and catching up with the Cavs is what it's looking like to me.
Yeah, and they are a team that with injuries, right? They've had that issue over the years. I know they're big. Allen and Mobley. These are guys that have been hurt in the past, so we'll see if they can get it together. Like I said, I still think they're going to have that big kick post All-Star break, but maybe this is the year where you don't really need home court advantage in the East with all the injuries. But we'll see how it rolls here with this Cavaliers team concerning there. Will we see the rise of the Memphis Grizzlies? We don't know. We'll see what happens. We are getting into training season in the NBA. As we're getting, we're still almost a month and a half away from the deadline, but teams like to make that jump early before the deadline because you don't want to have to deal with any competition when you're trying to move players. So we'll see what happens here. But a lot of great time of the year with all these sports overlapping. So let's get to the games here today. We'll start with the big one today: Rams and Seahawks. And we've seen this line move. It opened Rams 1, but now the Seahawks 1.5 and 2, total 42. Well, the news in this game is going to be the weather. We're looking at 88% chance of rain, possible wind up to 20 miles per hour there. So I guess the guys from LA, they don't like to play in that cold weather. I can tell you, being a longtime Ram fan, Minnesota was not a good spot back in the day when they played in that open stadium for LA Rams. That was usually their playoff exit going to Minnesota. And of course, we've seen the Rams years ago get pounded in Chicago when they had that Dieter Brock, when they had that Canadian quarterback back in the day. But anyway, here we go. it is the Rams and Seahawks. Seahawks a 1.5 and 2 over to Rod.
Yeah, look at this one head-to-head. It's lately head-to-head. Over the last few years, it's been all Rams. Rams have won the last 4 meetings. Especially the last 4 meetings in Seattle have all been dominated by the Rams 4-0. But this is one of those divisional games where it's probably going to be, and then you throw in this weather. The under is also 7-2 in the last 9 meetings head-to-head between these two teams. These teams are tied. This is a massive game for both of these squads. And as you said, this Seattle weather is going to be rainy. You get a little bit of a wind in there, and it's kind of crisp off the ocean. Not going to be so pretty up there in Seattle for this game. Is that home crowd going to do it? Maybe that's what it is. The hometown crowd's going to get out for this game because they don't mind coming into the they're used to this weather. They don't mind a little bit of a breeze this time of year off the ocean. But we've seen it over the last little bit, ever since Clappy left. Home cooking hasn't been so much home cooking for Seattle. Do we get that home cooking here tonight? I don't know. I'm going to look another way. I'm going to take the under. I really think this is one of those divisional battles. As I said, 7-2 the last 9 meetings head-to-head has got under this total. And then we throw in that little bit of weather. We know that Seattle, I know that Darnold can throw the ball if he wants to get it into an air raid type game with the Rams. But I think with this weather, I think we see a lot of running the ball. A lot of chewing of the clock. Keep it out of the Rams' hands. I think that should be the game plan if you're a Seattle fan or a Seattle team anyways. The less that the Rams offense has it, the less you're trying to have to most likely probably digging some points back or trying to get back. So I think that's what you get here. Give me the under. It dipped too. Opened 44.5 down to 42 in most places. Yeah, give me the under in this game.
Yeah. Donald played at USC. Probably didn't have too many rain games unless he went up to Washington and to Oregon. Oregon State may have seen some in Washington State because you used to have those bad weather games late. But Matthew Stafford played in domes all his life with Detroit and with the Rams. So we get an outdoor game here. And, of course, so we've seen domes now in Minnesota. But thank goodness for Chicago, Cowdogs territory. Still an open-air stadium there in Chicago and Green Bay as well. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'll look at a couple props here. Yeah, it should be a great matchup. As you mentioned, the weather should probably favor Seattle in this one. As Ron mentioned in the chat there, no Devontae Adams for the Rams is definitely going to hurt them as well. I know he's listed as doubtful. I doubt he plays this one. But again, that opens up a little prop I liked in this game too. I liked Kobe Parkinson, who's coming in with 6 touchdowns in his last 6 games, including 2 in his last game. And again, if Adams is not there to catch those red zone touchdowns, then I know it's windy, but again, maybe a short pass there to Parkinson. Was plus 230 last night, now down to plus 215. I still like Parkinson to get himself a touchdown anytime in this game.
There from El Ninos, gets you a pick and a prop here from NFL Thursday Night Football. Yeah, again, with that Devontae Adams injury, the weather, we saw what happened to the Rams in the playoffs in that weather game in Philadelphia, right? I don't think bad weather doesn't work for the LA teams. They just don't. I'm gonna look here. Darnold in a big game. No, thank you. Yeah, that is another issue to look at. But I think it's going to be a lot of running in this game, right? Alessandro here does. I'll be the guy I like Seattle in this one. One thing to note, I saw that first meeting very closely. Seattle should have won that game. To be honest with you, they blew that game. The defense really smashed this Rams passing game, and I'm really impressed here with the Seahawks defense. Hey, look, I know the Rams won yesterday, but last week, but it wasn't very good defensive effort here against the Lions. The Lions were moving that ball big time on them. So to me, the best units on this field, I'll have to say both offense are good, but to me, clearly check mark on the Seattle defense. And let's just hope it's not it does put in Darnold's hand. I'm a little worried about, I am a little about red zone situations, but just run the football here. I look for that to be the case. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Simona Show. Turn our attention over to the NBA for today. We got a 12-game card. As I said, we're getting back to normal in the NBA with these big cards. We'll do 3 blocks of 4 today in the NBA. And, of course, let's get the injury reports ready. Start with the first 4 here. Hawks and Hornets. We see Atlanta 5.5, total 239. Knicks and the Pacers right off the bat, right? 1 day rest after that Vegas. Well, they had a lot of rest in Vegas. We have the Knicks here 4.5, total 225.5. Heat and the Nets. The Heat 6.5 on the road, total 227.5. And then we'll end it with the Clippers and Thunder We're seeing still 18s. We're seeing 18.5 now at Pinnacle. My goodness, in this one. Look at that. Total 221.5. Let's take a look at the injuries in these games here. Knicks will be without McBride, Shamet, Anobi, Hart, Robinson, Towns are questionable. For the Pacers, it's Nesmith, Shepard, and Obi Toppin out. Hawks and the Hornets, Porzingis out. Trae Young is questionable. Questionable. We have an upgrade for Trae Young from out to questionable now. So we'll see. He may be close to coming back. Maybe that may not be good news for the Hawks. We got Connaughton, Mann, Sexton, and Williams out there for Hornets. Ball is questionable. There, we move to Miami and Brooklyn. Boy, what's going on with Miami? They're only 2 games over 500 after that flying start. That's been Hero's out. Maybe they'll get good again. Hero's out. Jovic, Narson, Rozier out there. Norman Powell is questionable. That's a big piece there for Miami. Just ask the Clippers. Highsmith and Cam Thomas are out for Brooklyn. And in that 8 o'clock time zone, we have one game here with the Clippers and OKC. Here we go. Harden out. Jones, Niederheiser, and Chris Paul are out. And on OKC's side, it's Hartenstein, Topic, and Jalen Williams. The bad one is out there for OKC. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and for me in these ones, let's take some doggies. Woo, woo, woo. I think it's a good day to get some dogs. I don't trust the Heat, what they're playing, but the way they're playing right now, 4-6 last 10 games. Guess what? Brooklyn's 4-6 the last 10 games as well. So I'll take the Nets plus the 6.5 there in that one. Until the Heat get right, I don't want to be back in that squad. And then the Hawks laying points out on the road. No, thank you. That's sure. That's where they've actually played their better ball this season. But the Hawks is a favorite. No thanks. I like the Hawks as a dog. Hornets as the dog. I'll grab the points we get with the home squad in that one. Like 7-6 ATS wise because they've been getting these boatloads. I think they'll be able to scoop some offensive rebounds and get some more second chance points. Keep it close. They don't outright Atlanta. I'll take the Hornets plus the 5.5. And then one more. You got OKC, right? Rolling up to 18.5. Sure, I'll lay it. Clippers will look like ass. Clippers will look like ass for a while. So OKC, they enjoyed their little trip to Vegas, but right back to work for them. They go. They have bigger, lofty goals and expectations, not having to worry about raising an NBA Cup banner. But sure, they lost that same spot. They got to Vegas, got themselves a little bit of the money, got knocked out, and then went and did their own thing. And then now they're on to the next lofty goal, which is back-to-back NBA championships, and starts here kicking the crap out of the Clippers. Win by 20 plus. I'll lay it with OKC.
I was looking for a smash right out of the gate there for OKC. On over to Alnitos.
Yeah, not much for me in this slot here. But I will touch on that that OKC game. I know they might be a little mad about that what you call it, the NBA Cup result, but again, I can't even get to my win both halves bet here. They're minus 190 to win both halves are the Thunder. So obviously expected to win this one big from start to finish, but I'll take a small lean here. Again, if can't blame Rod for expecting the blowout here. It's been an ugly season for the Clippers, but they can get anything going. Keep this one within 20 points. I'll take a little shot on the Clippers here.
There from Malinitos. I kind of agree with Rod here with dogs here. But the only favorite I like here is the Knicks here, laying it here against the Pacers. The Knicks are just been on a roll, man. They're just over past 2 weeks, 51% shooting, 41% from three. They've covered 10 of 11. Good shooting and defending. Poor shooting for Indiana in their past 2 games because they failed to cover those. So I'll look at the Knicks there. Hawks and Charlotte Hornets. I'll look at Charlotte plus the points. In this one, Atlanta over the past 2 weeks, give it up. Struggling defensively, 50% shooting, allowing 43% from three. And Charlotte has defended well over the past couple of weeks. I'll look at Charlotte here. They have covered 4 straight, by the way, this Charlotte Hornets team. Maybe they're finally playing to expectations here. So I'll look at them here. Heat, we're on this one. Heat, yeah, I just can't lay it with Heat the way they're looking right now. It's just been bad. Past 2 weeks, 45% shooting, 29% from three, and they're not defending. They're giving up 43% from beyond the arc and 49%. They're offensive, defensive form is bad. I'll look at the Nets here plus the points, and I'm going to stay away from that Clippers OKC game. Harden is out, and he's he's the one positive, believe it or not. Harden's been the one guy that's actually been showing up because he doesn't want to get traded from LA. He wants to be 45 minutes from Vegas. I tell you, he takes his private jet on his day off to Vegas. So he's very happy. Don't trade me from LA.
Sure, he has plenty of entertainment. Sorry, Tony. sure he has plenty of entertainment in LA too. But yeah, I'm sure he loves.
No, I don't think he likes poker though. So that he can't get in the LA poker games out here. So he goes out there he goes to Vegas. That's been his thing. That's been his thing for years. Even when he was with the Sixers, he'd take his private jet out there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Well, next set, block 2 will be Wizards and Spurs. The Spurs here, 14.5 and 15, total 241. Raptors and Bucks. Look at this. The Raptors, 5 on the road. Oh, look what the Bucks have been doing. My goodness, total 220. Rockets, the Rockets and Pelicans. Rockets 9.5 on the road, total 234.5. We'll end the block with these Pistons and Mavericks. We've seen this line move. We had 5.5 last night, not there anymore. We see the Pistons 6.5, total 228.5. And we'll take a look here at the injury reports here for this second block of games. And then we'll be covering in this block the Rockets and Pelicans. Will be Van Fleet and Finney-Smith out for Houston. Easton is questionable. It will be DeJounte Murray out for the Pelicans. That's it. Only one guy on that report. Toronto, Milwaukee, still RJ Barrett's out. They need him to come back. Total is probably there for Toronto. On the Milwaukee side, Giannis is out still. Prince is out. Kuzma, Green, and Anthony are both questionable. And then we go over to this Washington Spurs game. Here we got Crispin and Middleton out. Brahan will be questionable. Hey, the Spurs, a clean injury report coming into this game. And we've got the Pistons and the Mavericks here. And let's see what we got here in injury-wise in this Pistons-Mavericks game. All right, we've got, again, Detroit coming in again with the clean injury report. We got a healthy Pistons team coming in for Dallas. Irving still shows up on the report because maybe he'll come back during the season. Looks like I doubt it. The way they're playing, they're not going to even make the playoffs at 10 and 17. Davis, Russell, Williams are both questionable. We go to Rod.
Yeah, and you look at this matchup. Tough middle block here of games for me. Looking at these ones, I'll take the Pelicans plus a 9.5. I don't trust the Rockets laying that big giant number here out on the road. Dealing with some injuries. Pelicans, as you said, only one guy on the injury report. And look what they've been doing the last 10 games. They've been getting these big giant numbers and getting covers. 8-2 ATS wise last 10 games. I'll grab the Pelicans plus the 9.5 in that one, and then one more in this block. I think the Raptors do win this game. Bucks dealing with injuries. They've looked awful, but I like the under. I think it's a lower scoring type matchup, not a track meet type game. 219.5, just too many points. First to 100 type game. Give me the under 219.5. Bucks and the Raptors. And then what was the last one? Detroit and Dallas in this spot. Yeah, this should be a pretty good game between these two squads. But I'm going to take the under. I think too many points here. It opened 231.5, worked its way down to 228.5. I still like the under here in this one, low scoring one. I think we get into about the 210s scoring wise, not in the 220s. So give me the under, Detroit and Dallas.
Yeah, from Rod, move on Odell Ninos.
Yeah, that over in Houston, New Orleans is oh no, I was looking at the wrong game. No, never mind. Sorry. But yeah, sticking to that Rockets Pelicans game. Pelicans been playing well, coming in off a couple wins here. I agree with Rod here. I'll take the points. If you like the Rockets, I actually like them to win both halves here. Again, plus money on that if you can get that bet plus 120. But as far as the spread is concerned, it's the points for me. I also think the Spurs are laying a couple too many points there. I know the Wizards not the greatest team in the league, but getting a few pieces back here, and I think they can keep it within this number. Moving on through these games. Yeah, I like the Raptors here. I'm seeing a -5 right now. Again, it's getting quite close to where I would stop laying points, but anything 6 or less, I think is this is a matchup they should be able to take care of. As you mentioned, no Giannis, couple of question marks there for the Bucks. Still no RJ Barrett, but it sounds like he'll be back soon, but definitely not for this one. But yeah, I think the Raptors get the job done in this one, so I'll lay the points with them. And the Pistons, yeah. Again, wouldn't want to lay too much more than 6, but I'm seeing a 6 right there. So as of right now, I'll lay the points with the Pistons as well. Just, again, the better team here, coming in healthy. So I think they can come in and take care of these Mavericks.
They're from Al Nino to say what I think about some of these games. Yeah, I agree with the Pelicans plus the points here. Look at Houston over the past 2 weeks, giving 49% shooting. The Pelicans in very good shooting form and defending the 3-point line. So I'll look at them in this spot. And what else do we have here? Boy, it's just a little other one I like here is I'm going to lay it with the Pistons. A healthy Detroit Pistons team might be the best team in the East. I know there's people out there that like the Knicks, but man, the Pistons, when they're healthy, look out because they can do it both offensively and defensively with guys in the middle that can rebound and defend the hole. Really, as long as they're healthy, look out for this Pistons team. Detroit, the past 2 weeks, shooting 50%, 39% from three. They're defending well. And we look at the Mavericks defense over the past 2 weeks, give it over 48% shooting, 37% from three. I'll look at the Pistons in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show, closing out NBA with these final games. Magic and Nuggets, Denver, a 7-point favorite, total 237. Lakers and Jazz, Lakers 7.5, total 243.5. And we're seeing the 8s in some places now. Pinnacle's got 8, so does Circa have 8 up there. So we're seeing 8s. I think it's a marketing situation. Warriors and Suns, it's the Warriors down from 2.5 to 1.5 favorites, total 231.5. Kings and Blazers, this came down from 9 to 8 to 8.5. There are still some 9s out there. 8 now at Pinnacle. That's the lowest number on the marketplace. Total sits here at 238.5. We'll take a look at the injuries in this block. Magic in Denver, Castleton, Suggs, Moritz, and Franz Wagner are all out. De Silva questionable there for Orlando. On the Nuggets side, still no Braun, still no Gordon. Watson, Hardaway are both questionable. Warriors and Suns, Horford and Spencer out for the Warriors. Green is out for Phoenix. Livers and Grayson Allen questionable. Lakers and Utah, we have Ayton and Reeves out for LA. Vincent questionable. Kleber probable. For the Jazz, it will be Niang out. Marketing the questionable status here. Let's click that. He's a key component there for Utah. Labeled as questionable here with a right groin injury management. So it's groin management. There's some jokes you can insert there. I won't even go there. But, just once a week, my friend. Just once a week. Just once a week. That's it. And
this is who?
Don't try to double it up. Just once a week, guys.
This was who, Tony? Sorry, because I said
Laurie Markkinen.
Oh yeah, no, he's
on right groin management, so he's got to manage his groin. So they probably said no more than once a week, and it has to be on an off day. Okay, that's the rule for my friend Mr. Markkinen. That's an old school boxing rule, or it's right.
You got to warm up.
Sacramento and Portland there. Eubanks, Levine, and Sabonis out in this one. Schroeder's been a disappointment. He's questionable. Scoot's still out for Portland. Holiday, Thibault, Wesley also out. We go over to Rod.
Yeah, so his groin injury will be fine. I think he's rested it up and he'll be ready to go for this game. That just sounds like some roster manipulation to get people all over this Lakers squad. See him plenty of times with the Jazz. So give me the Jazz plus the 8 there. Jazz here on a Thursday. And then another one. I'm not laying 8.5. You're going to lay 8.5 with the Blazers as much as Sacramento's been asked. It's just, I think you got to grab the, I'm going to hold my nose and I'm going to grab the 8.5 there with Sacramento. Just the way to go. It's just, you got way too many. I'm not laying that type of number with Portland. No chance laying that. So give me a couple dogs there in that one. I think I might even take the Jazz on the money line. I think they outright the Lakers today. I think it's one of them spots. Groin injury manipulation. Yeah, he rested last game, so he didn't overdo it. He's going to overdo it in this one and go off. Maybe the Jazz win it outright. So sprinkle a little on the money line in that one.
That's right. There from Rod. Move on to El Ninos.
Yeah, I mentioned I had a 9-year-old groin injury the other day. Unfortunately, I didn't have Dr. Tony telling me only once a week, but now I know. So maybe that'll get better now. Anywho. Yeah, I agree with Rod here. A few too many points on these dogs are getting here. I think the Jazz can keep it competitive. I think the Kings can keep it within this number. And Warriors Suns should be a good one. I end up on the over in this one. Again, just going mostly off trends here. And well, I do expect a bit of a 3-point contest. Obviously, the Warriors will try to get that going. They're 16-11 to the over. So I think the Suns will be firing the threes there, trying to keep up with them. I think we do get over this total in that one.
Yeah, from El Nino, say what I like here. I agree with with the Jazz here as a dog. It's been one of the best bets in basketball here. It's been the Jazz home dogs here. LA, the issue with LA is they just can't defend, right? That's why San Antonio went in there and pounded them. You put a good game plan together, you can put points on this Lakers team. Now the rim protection is going to hurt with DeAndre Ayton out of this game. So look at the LA here over the past 2 weeks, give it 47% shooting, 43% from three. Jazz have covered 4 of 6 with good shooting. I'll look at Utah on this one. Man, I just can't stand or can trust this Warriors team. I think the owner sent an apology letter out, and it kind of upset the players and the coach. So we're sorry that we're playing. Look at Phoenix there in this spot. Boy, this Warriors team, I think the Suns at home have shot the ball really well. So I'll look at them in this spot. Boy, this Magic Denver team, it's hard to get this the way they look right now, even with the injuries, the way Jamal Murray and company are playing right now. I can't get in front of this Denver team. They look too strong right now. I'll go under here with Portland and Sacramento. These are teams that really don't shoot the ball very well. Both teams have really trended heavily to the under. They're good defensive numbers here for Portland of late. Kings past 2 weeks, just 35% from three. And Portland here, 44% overall. I'll go under in this one. All right, let's continue here on Toys Morning Show. Rod does a hockey show because of the goalie situation. So tune in every day, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's called the Daily Dangle. You get Rod's NHL picks, more confident picks when you can do it when you know who the goalies are. So you guys tune in the Daily Dangle.
Yeah, tune in every day here. We go down the card, and the last couple it hasn't been doing them all by myself. So it's nice to hear a couple other opinions on the games as well. Steve tunes in. Ron tunes in. Ron's a little under the weather, so we won't see Ron today. Shout out, Ron. Feel better, buddy. Dealing with one of that nasty flu coming around. Yeah, Oscar, tune in 1 p.m. Eastern Pacific time. Noon Pacific time.
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Pacific time. Look out for that show. It'll be there, the Daily Dangle. We go down every game on the NHL card for you. So tune in.
There you go. Tune into that Daily Dangle. It's just too many comments. Hey, the goalie changed. You know, let's know the goalies and get the picks in. that's how we're rolling.
It's like trying to pitch big baseball without a pitcher. I know there's some spots that we're like, all right, I don't care, I'll take TBD, but very definitely, you're not going to be successful long term betting TBDs in baseball. I'm telling you. So you can't do it in hockey either. It's just tough.
Yeah, usually TBDs, the bullpen's going to get a lot of work too, right? That's the thing in hockey. We don't pull the goalie after a period and a half.
Well, the goalie nothing after one. Then
unless it's 8-0. The
goalie's
going to play all 60 minutes. The goalie's going to usually play all 60 minutes unless they pull him in the last minute and a half or 2 minutes or 4 minutes, as some of these teams like to do. So there you go. Daily Dangle here on the Tony Show at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Your hockey rundown with Rod. There, knowing the goalies and getting the morning skate information in too. It's another thing we want to make that mention in there too.
Key, morning skate is big. Yeah. So, again, the guys on the ice, the last guy off is usually the guy that's going to go in the goal that night. So, it's just nice to be able to get you guys who's playing in goal and have a good look at this game. It's tough trying to be the amazing Kreskin and go, who's going to be a goal?
Yeah, that's the way. Yep, that's right. And also some of the guys that are banged up, if they're skating, how are they skating? Are they going to play? Move them back questionable status to going status. There you go. Yeah,
even yesterday, and you look New Jersey in the Knights game, who I thought was going to be in that game, didn't start that game, even who was expected to start. Both sides put in a different goalie from what it was supposed to be. It was Allen going, and it wasn't Schmid, so it was Hart, and was expected. It was supposed to be Schmid versus the other guy on this side. But so both goalies got swapped late in that one in the late game, and they've been doing that a lot more in the NHL. So that's why we do the Daily Dangle. So tune in.
Daily Dangle, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Now it's time for our college basketball segment. Here, our cappers give. What we do this time of the year is just tell us cap ourselves give us what you got in college basketball. We'll get to the blocks once we get into very late in December, early January, once we get through the college football season. So give us what you got here. If you think of college football, we haven't got the college football yet, right? It's a forgettable game. That's what. Well, let's do college football here.
That's what it was, yeah.
That's what it was. We forgot the college football. I knew I was forgetting something, and nobody in the chat. I guess you guys said that game's not on your mind either. So, but anyway, we'll better cover it here, and then we'll get the college hoops. We got Missouri State and Arkansas State here. It's the Xbox Bowl in Frisco. Last check, it looked like it was. Let's see if the weather's still pretty good over there. I think it was in the 50s, which isn't bad for playing football. I can tell you that right now. That is pretty good weather here. We are going to see Missouri. It's the team that was in the FBS last year and now in an FCS bowl game there. I looked at. I know it's not showing up on the reports here, but I did see a pretty good weather there. Maybe light wind about in the 50s without rain. Missouri State and Arkansas State here. Missouri State favored here, 1.5 here. Total 54.5. In the Frisco, Texas, it is the Xbox Bowl. Over to Rod.
Hey, and you look at this matchup, and it is forgettable because I ain't putting any money on this game whatsoever. If anything, I would take the Red Wolves here, just as you alluded to this Missouri squad. This is a big step up, so they might be excited for this game. And that's why they went to the favorite, because they are going to be the Jack side, be like, yeah, let's go, yeah. So I think the Red Wolves are the better squad. You get a point. All right, grab that point with the Red Wolves. Definitely not a game I'm rushing to the win. I'm telling you, probably won't even hit the TV. With the Xbox game here, it's this is one of those that if this was on a Saturday or a Sunday. We wouldn't be tuning in or worried about this game.
No, we did have a change of favorites. So Arkansas State open 2.5, and it's moved to Missouri State here in this one there. So we move on over to Al Nino's.
Yeah, as you mentioned, not a massive play for me or anything like that either. But yeah, that line move kind of, I think, is a pretty big line move through the zero there. So I'm just going to follow that. I know that a little bit of money came back on Arkansas State, I think, once they hit that 2.5. But I still think that big line move on Missouri State is what I'll be following here. So, again, not a huge play for me either, but I was looking the other way there. Missouri State for me.
Following the sheep. I run the other way. I see the pack of sheep going there. Like, what the hell's going on over there? I have no interest in what the hell's going on over there. I'm going the other way.
There you go. You play it before the move.
Like, yeah, exactly. Everybody's like going. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good.
Nope, especially not Russian.
I don't think
especially in preseason football. NFL preseason football.
Yes,
that's right. That way you got crushed ball in the moves. I'll go over in the Missouri State, Arkansas State over. These teams are trending over, and they've averaged over 300 yards passing down the stretch there. The key playmakers on offense are playing for both teams, with the opt-outs kind of in the reserve department. Bears have gone over in 3 straight. Red Wolves in 2 straight. We do have the head coach for Missouri, Ryan Beard, leaving for Coastal Carolina here. His offensive coordinator, though, gets the job here in the interim, and I like that. So that means we'll see offense. So give me the over there in that one. All right, let's continue here on Tony's Morning Show. As we'll move now to college basketball. Of course, we ask the Cappers, just give us what you got. We start here with Ron.
What an ugly slate of college basketball today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you, this is definitely not the slate that I'm rushing in the window to bet a whole lot. Definitely look for some dogs. I think they're going to keep it close. I think that's the way to go here today. You look at this Hampton squad. Love this Hampton squad, playing some pretty good basketball here. I know this one's out on a neutral court. Jackson State's awful. I'll lay the 8.5 there with the Hampton Pirates. They are the better team in that matchup. And then another one here. We got Bradley out on the road into take on the Sycamores. It's a funny line. Definitely a real funny line. Bradley 0-1 on the road, 0-1 against the numbers. Sycamores at home 5-0, 3-0 against the numbers. So I don't know. I'm just saying maybe it's low-hanging fruit, but I'm grabbing it. Give me the Sycamores plus the 4.5 there in that matchup. VCU, you look at what they've been doing, playing some pretty good ball at home, not covering this big number. So give me American plus the 21 in that one. They haven't been winning games out on the road, but getting covers 2-1 ATS-wise. So grab the 21. You get the 3 touchdowns with American. Blowout. You want a blowout? Here is your blowout of the day. Give me Georgia. I think they win by 50. Western Carolina is not good. 0-6 on the road. 0-6 against that number. They've got one cover all year. Does Western Carolina? They do have 4 wins, but still, you look. At least 2 of those are online games because we got a 1-7 ATS number. So we've played 8 line games, and you have a 4-6 record. You played some soft powder puffs. Georgia's not a soft powder puff. You're in trouble. Give me lay the points with Georgia. As I said, I think they win by 50 plus on that one. And then one more later. Where is it? Of course, I'm trying to find it, and it disappears. Give me. There's it. Is here we go. We're gonna take. Give me Illinois State. Here's one that you look. Southern Illinois SIU at home. Hey, 4-0. 2-1 against that number, but overall 6-5. But I think Illinois State and the Redbirds are the better squad. Don't let that road number fool you. I think they win outright. I'll take Illinois State and the Redbirds plus the 2.5. Even sprinkle on the money line in that one. And then you're looking at one more here. The Beaches. What up, Beaches? I'll lay the 3.5 with the Beaches. Beaches laying it here. I think they have come in and have themselves a solid game here against Pepperdine. I think Pepperdine's taking a step back, especially out on the road. 1-2 on the road, 2-1 ATS wise. 3.5 not enough here for Pepperdine. The Beach get the job done there on that one. Yeah. Later with the Beaches.
When was the last time Pepperdine took a step forward? This team has been the.
I was giving them some credit, a little bit.
Some credit. Oh my goodness, man. Move on to Alninos.
Yeah, go Beach. Not on that game, but I'll be rooting for them.
That's Alninos' town, the Beach.
Speaking of SIU being public, I guess sign me up with the public there. And actually, this line is dropping, so you might want to wait till closer to tip-off, maybe get a better number there. So not sure how public that is, but hey, so maybe a scary line move there too if it is that public a play. But I still think Edwardsville, the much better team here. Now, Eastern Illinois does shoot well from the free throw line, but I don't think it's going to come down to free throws on this one. So I'll lay the points with SIU there. And the other favorite I was looking at was Davidson going up against Temple. Again, just the better team here and much better defense. So Temple, a team that does take great care of the ball, but again, I just think that the Davidson defense steps up, and they've been shooting well from deep as well. So lay the points with Davidson there.
Yeah, from El Ninos. One I like, I agree with Rod with Indiana State here, plus 3.5. Bradley's just not a good shooting team on the road and defending poorly. A good shooting team for Indiana State at home, even though they play soft competition. Till you lose one at home, I'm going to take the points here, especially against Bradley. I'll take them in that spot. I was a little nervous about Southern Georgia State. Georgia State, their campus is in a downtown Atlanta in a business district. I've never seen a college in a business district before. Kind of strange to see that in the business district in Atlanta driving around. And then you see Georgia State University. You see all these business buildings. You see these condos with their the converted condos and all. Here's Georgia State University. Oh, my goodness, you're being downgraded in my book. All right. They're horrible, not only in football, but in the college basketball, just really bad. Georgia State, but I'll stay away. I don't want to lay 9.5 there. I want to say it's a rivalry game, but I don't think people are that excited in Georgia State to go over to Georgia Southern to see this one. Brutal numbers there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to action on the ice. Pretty big card today here for a Thursday, so let's knock it in 2 blocks. Here we start with Blackhawks Canadians. We got the Canadians $1.75, total 5.5. Kings and the Lightning. Kings a back-to-back road trip. Tampa Bay here $1.88, total of 6. Maple Leafs and Capitals. It is the Capitals $1.54, total of 6. Oilers and Bruins. Here we got the Oilers $1.30, total of 6.5. Wild and the Blue Jackets. The Wild here $1.20, total of 6. Penguins and Senators. It is the Senators $1.65, total of 6. And that covers the 707s over to Rod.
So for me, looking at the Penguins in Ottawa, take the over 6. Just one of those spots that Pittsburgh, after a few games at home, out on the road, they just trend to the over. You look 7-1-2 to the over the last 10 games as well. And Ottawa, same thing, 7-3 to the over the last 10 games. 6 is a little bit light. I'll take the over in that matchup. And then another one, Edmonton, Boston. Probably it's a 6.5 for a reason. Probably see some offense there in that matchup going. So I lean to an over, but sorry, Oilers, I lean to Boston in that spot as well. It's just you look at the numbers. Congratulations, you went into Pittsburgh, got yourself a nice little win, but now this looks like a nice little letdown spot after that emotional win against your old teammate in Skinner, and now you have to come face a Boston squad. Yes, you have won 4 straight in Boston. You have dominated in the TD Arena, but this Boston squad as a dog, I'm not getting off that train. 8-1 the last 9 as a dog this season is this Boston squad, and the bookmaker just keeps pricing them as a dog. Dealing with injuries, next man out. How can you not? I'm not getting off that. I'll take the Boston Bruins on the money line in that one.
There we go with Rod on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I'll second that. Boston Bruins there. Yeah, dealing with injuries, but they do have Pasternak and McAvoy back on the ice who were out not too long ago. This should be a good matchup. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to root for Rod's Oilers here. But again, Boston, as a dog, the more consistent team here. Just consistently keep hitting these plus prices. So maybe not quite the value we were getting earlier in the season, but still plenty of it there. I'll take a shot on them. Now, a dog that has let us down lately is the Blackhawks. Do we want to keep giving all our Chicago money back? I don't know. It would be a slight lean that way. Obviously, not as big a play as the Bruins there. Lightning Kings. Again, want to root for my Kings here. Been a while since I've been to a hockey game, so I might have to go check this one out. And then, but it's going to be Lightning -1 for me here. Just to me, just the better team, despite not always playing like it this season. On their home ice here, should be able to get it done. Again, hate to talk anyone off some big plus money, but that's just the way I see that game. And Caps Leaves, yeah, I'll go with a slight lean to the Capitals -1, but again, I don't think there's much value there at all. Can make a case for the Leafs money. I'd probably just stay away from me there.
Yeah, from El Nino. So, all right, we'll close out hockey with these final games here. Flyers and Sabres. It's the Sabres, $1.45, total of 6. Rangers at the Blues. Rangers road favorites, $1.38, total sits at 5.5. Kraken and the Flames. The Flames, $1.75, total of 5.5. Your late night game tonight, Stars at Sharks. Stars, 205, total of 6 over Rod.
Yeah, and you look at Philly, Buffalo. Both teams played some pretty good hockey. Philadelphia winners 3 of their last 4 games. Buffalo on a nice little 3-game winning streak here. Buffalo plays their better hockey at home. But you look at this Flyers squad have been doing when they have like this rest disadvantage, and for some reason in their 4th game, 7-night spot, you figure it's like, ooh, you better fade the team. They played a lot of hockey. Guess what? They're 6-1 in that spot this year. I'll take the Philadelphia Flyers at the big plus price to end Buffalo's winning streak there in that one. This is our first game back home off of that road trip as well. So I'll take the Flyers shot there. Who else do we like here in this spot? Man, I went back and forth on this Seattle and Calgary squad. Seattle battled Colorado. They got to about halfway in that 3rd period and then just couldn't capitalize on that penalty shot they had to get up 4-3. Colorado got that 4-3 goal and then popped one late. And you look what Calgary did. They went out on the road and they faced the San Jose squad and got whooped. Got beat down 6-3. But Calgary, they do pretty well coming off one of those type of games, coming back home. But they're also, this season, what they haven't been good as, 0-7 following a divisional game. So after the beatdown by the San Jose Sharks in that divisional battle, too much value. Give me Seattle plus the 150 there coming into Calgary to get themselves a big win. And then St. Louis back-to-back. Hey, shout out St. Louis. Got themselves a nice little win yesterday over the Jets. Kind of figured it was the spot. St. Louis funny. Make note of this. If you see St. Louis facing a good goalie, 10-0 under the new coach when they face a good goalie. So Hallebuck was rolling last night. The Blues got themselves a little win. It should be Bennington getting the start here against the Rangers squad that's been absolutely lights out. Giving the over 5.5. I think we see some offense. It was a 1-0 game yesterday. We ain't going to see a 1-0 game today here in St. Louis. Take the over 5.5 in that one.
There you go with Rod. Next on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, not too much for me in this this slot. We're finishing the card off, right?
Yeah, finishing the card off. Yeah.
So it would just be a slightest of leans to the Stars -1. Again, their regulation, not much value there at all. The Sharks coming in playing some good hockey. So definitely a ton of value on the Sharks, but I just think the Stars are the better team here. So if I had to bet that game, that's the way I'd be looking. But not a massive play for me by any means.
All right, we got you through our sports coverage for today. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment, where our Caps give a parlay team player prop game of the future. They make the call here. We start here with Rod.
Let's do a 4-teamer today. We're going to do a couple in the NBA, a couple in college basketball. NBA, take the Pelicans plus the 9.5. Take the Nets plus the 6.5. College basketball, grab American plus the 21. And then throw in them their Redbirds. It ticked up to 3.5, so you're getting 3.5 there with the Redbirds, Illinois State, and the Redbirds. 4-teamer. If you're not liking the Redbirds, take that one out and just leave it a 3-teamer, because that was the iffy game, I think. I'm trying to get that 4, as we say, chasing a little bit of generational wealth. Go for a 4-teamer today instead of the 3, and that's the extra. So, like the Redbirds, take it out. But I like it, so I'm putting it on there.
Yeah, Rod. Next up, what are El Ninos?
I will go with the Pistons, the Raptors, and that Kobe Parkinson anytime touchdown.
Yeah, from El Ninos. I'll go over in the bowl game, Arkansas State and Missouri State. Also, I like Indiana State plus the points there in college hoops. And I'll take the Hornets plus the points there against the Hawks. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our Cappers have to say over at Tony's Picks. Headed to a big weekend of action here with football all over the place. College football playoffs begin tomorrow, right? NFL, big all teams in action here this week. 16-game card here starting tonight from the NFL. A lot of college hoops, a lot of NBA, hockey on the board. So great time of the year with all these sports overlapping. There, you just see when you click the link in the description, that'll take you right over to Tony'sPicks.com, where you'll find our best bets and premium plays. We'll see what Rod has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. Rod has been red hot here in college hoops for the year. This is all based on $100 unit wager size. Rod, what do you got for sale?
I'm going to bring over to Tony's Picks today. Hey, it's Tackle the Books Thursday. I took it from Tuesday and brought it another Thursday because there's a lot of action here on this Thursday. So I've got a couple plays in the NFL. I got a couple plays in the NBA. Solo play in the NHL. You can pick my top play up if you're looking for my top best bet in the NFL, NBA, or NHL. Those are all available singly, or I've thrown that into the Tackle the Books Thursday pack, where you get all 5 of those plays into one package. Or as Tony alluded to, best way to go is long term. So much overlapping of sports, and you don't want to miss out on any of it that I got rolling. I covered all. You name it, I'm covering it, except soccer. I'm not touching that stuff with a 10-foot pole. We know what happens. We have meltdowns trying to cover soccer in there. That's basically the tilt when you throw in that little bit of extra. It's just too much. So I found that things start to overflow when I try to put soccer in there as well. So I don't. Best way to go. Don't forget to take advantage of 2-for-1 cover promotional as well here at Tony's Picks, because that is the way to go, is to go long-term. Grab that long-term pass, because when you're aboard long-term, you get that prop play included in your long-term subscription, and you also get that late Steam play. If I find a play late info type thing, sometimes the NBA comes out with late info. Sometimes it's college basketball. You get some late info as well. They do the NHL when they do the swappy late goalie. You want to be aboard long-term. That way you get that play emailed directly to you when you're aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks. I think that's the best way to go, is to jump aboard long-term, so you get that play emailed directly to you. But jump aboard. Thursday is the time to get a long-term pass, because you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even that 3-day pass gets you right through Sunday. So jump aboard. Let's make it a big winning weekend. Lots of great sports action. Lots of great spots to make some money.
There you go. Again, with Rod over at Tony's Picks. You can see the plays up there from Rod. 1-day passes and long-term subscriptions. Remember, all the 1-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Scroll down and you'll find the long-term subscriptions, but those late Steams props get in there as well. So get on board. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling over at Tony's Picks, see what El Ninos has for sale for today. El Ninos has been doing great work here in the NFL. These are all based on $100 unit wager size. El Ninos, what do you have for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, still haven't quite got there in the NFL for tonight, but I do have my best bet in the NBA and NHL if you want to check those out individually or as Rod was saying, your best way to go is always those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes, because I do like this card quite a bit as well. Should have a 3-pack in the NHL and at least a 3-pack in the NBA. So should be a loaded card today.
You got a loaded card from El Ninos here. LEU play, power play here from Profit Guarantee. Spence, 1 day passes up for you. Long-term subscription, the way to go with L. And of course, as we mentioned, you can match L with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. All you have to do is scroll on over to the left, 2-for-1 capper promotion, get 1 capper, get the second one at half off on the long terms, and then you select your 2 cappers with El Ninos and whoever you like else you'd like to sign on there. We could Rod, you could put any of your cappers up there here in the 2-for-1. There you go. Put Rod in a 2-for-1 capper promotion with El Ninos and go ahead and get signed up here on with El Ninos 2-for-1 cap promotion or 1 day passes there from El Ninos on long-term subscriptions. All right, guys, over on the site today, I will have a best bet on the board for you, as well as we're getting some more plays as well. So get on board with me. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save that 15% off if you will. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show, and of course, we also our YouTube channel is growing with lots of great content there. Head on over to YouTube, type in Tony's Picks, find our channel, find our live streams. Also, check out our compilation videos for today. Alessandro in here with some college football picks, Chris with his hit list, NBA and deep dives for me, as well as college basketball for today. Got the NFL in there and college football for you today. So we're locked and loaded with these deep dives. Props, we got 7 props from Alessandro. Chris's hit list has been very popular. Big winning day yesterday for Chris on the hit list. Check that one out there. Today it's going to be NFL and NHL hit list on the prop side. So ready to roll with Alessandro and Chris on the props. NFL block here, deep dives for you guys here from the NFL there. Ramon coming in, Alessandro, myself, and more props in there. A lot of great content today on the NFL playlist from college football. We've got the college football covered for you guys today. There, so check it out as well. NBA in there in the short form, long form. We got you covered here with NBA. College basketball, we got you hit hard here with college basketball. I got 3 games in there, deep dives, and of course Ramon coming in with a couple from college hoops today. So check it out there. NHL, Ramon's got you covered, and of course here on demand here, and so does Alessandro with some props and some NHL picks today for you here on the site. In the compilation video from Alessandro. So check that one out. Our fight video channel videos, lots of shorts up on the channel right now, just putting them up as we speak. We've got a ton of shorts coming, getting loaded right now. So guys, a lot of great content on the channel, live shows as well. We talked about the morning show, our night moves show, 3 a.m. each time with Ramon and DeAndre here with the night moves. We get Ramon's we got to get him his graphic for the shorts there. We simulcast both in landscape and in the vertical. So whatever device you're using, you'll get the best experience. So check it out there. I'll always look for the phone icon in the thumbnail if you're using a phone, so you know to click the phone link there. Of course, the night move show. We got the look ahead show, midnight Eastern time with Alessandro. Get ahead of those line moves. And of course, the chat was poking him a little bit yesterday. That look ahead show yesterday, he was getting bombarded with people in the chat yesterday. It was pretty funny. Daily Dangle, that's Rod's hockey show. Check that one out. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Also, the happy hour up there at 5 p.m. Eastern time with Rod and his. We'll usually see Ron. We'll see Brian in there as well. And a lot of great content here on the channel. Of course, Rod, a couple of live shows up there for you. That Daily Dangle has been very popular for the hockey rundown as well as happy hour.
Yeah, definitely tune in today for the Daily Dangle. I missed the happy hour yesterday. As I said, I biffed her yesterday. So I was getting some x-rays, making sure I didn't break anything. So nothing broken. All good. Back to the happy hour tonight. So tune into that. So 1 p.m. Eastern, you got the Daily Dangle. We'll go over the NHL. And then tune in 5 p.m. Eastern for the happy hour show. We'll get you covered on the rest of the slate if there's any more information than what we got here. So definitely tune into those live shows.
That's right. And of course, Ninos, we have you in the mornings. You also do the dog videos. We see some shorts from you, but we see you now in a lot of these reels off these live shows.
It's been more live shows than doggy videos, but obviously he's always here trying to steal the show. At least he's been pretty good about waiting till later on in the show to start jumping around. So that's good. But probably starting to fire those videos out again soon. So keep an eye out for those. But again, go check out all this other great content we got over there. Tons of videos over at Tony's Picks. And so whatever you're looking for, I'm sure it's there.
That's right, guys. A lot of great content. Check the playlist. Go to the homepage. Easiest way to navigate the channel, especially when there's so much content in here. And of course, there on the homepage, you'll be able to see all of our on-demand videos. You want to check out a replay of our live shows, hit the live tab in our shorts, which are really populating for you folks on the phones. Heavy coverage on the shorts now, so you can see there. I think this is just one day of shorts. Yeah, I think it's still populating. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 35 shorts for you up there. 36 shorts. Almost 40 shorts for you today. 40 shorts picks up there, guys. A lot of content on the channel, guys. Check it out. Serving both formats, the vertical and the horizontal. And, of course, with you here Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So check it out here, Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody in the chat today joining us here. Keeping it civil like that. I haven't had to X somebody in a long time. So appreciate all the great contributors out there. We've seen Sal Paul in there. Looking forward to the happy hour. And as well, our man Alessandro in there, PCW Quitter, PWR Quitter in the chat today. And I do appreciate that. And, of course, our man Viral Industries in there as well. Check us out here. Thank you for joining us here on the chat. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Daily Dangle coming up at 10 each time with your hockey rundown with Rod. Any closing thoughts for me, guys, before we close it out? All right, guys.
Hey, make it
Yeah.
make what you do, everybody. Be nice to the neighbor. Hold the door.
Be nice. It's
shovel
just,
the neighbor's walk.
There you go. And if you're still shopping, be nice out there. I don't know. Most of you guys are doing online shopping now, but still keep it cool. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to you, Cal Dog, as well. There, we're going to wake up. All right, guys, you guys making a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.